in the low to mid 80s. So with all these days of rainfall, kind of dug out the 5-day rainfall total map, and that amount of rainfall could exceed maybe 2.5 inches in some spots. Now, it doesn't come all at once, but certainly if you get hit multiple times over the next few days, you could end up with a few inches of rain. So keep the umbrellas handy. Once again, best chance of rain today will be this morning. Then on again, off again rain chances right on through the rest of the week and maybe even the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Starting off the day, we've had 1/100th, one tick in the rain gauge. But looking at the WCLU constant coverage in-studio radar screen, we're seeing some shower and thundershower activity in the western part of the state of Kentucky. Actually, pretty heavy downpour. Let me zoom in with my eyes right here to tell you that it's a heavy downpour along about Hartford Beaver Dam as you approach the Pennyrile section of the state of Kentucky, and some more showers to the north of Paducah as well. Everything's pretty light, as Ray was saying, but it's out there, and it's going to affect us for a couple of days here. The barometer is at 30.03. The winds are calm, and the humidity at 91%. Just 1/100th of an inch of rain in the big bucket on the roof. 72 degrees, WCLU. Let's get round one of local news live from the newsroom, and here is Wes Royce. Good morning, Wes.
Good morning, Henry. Give me just a moment and I will get everything going. I'm trying to figure out which mouse to click.
Those mice can be pesky.
All right. Especially when they don't show up on the screen, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, here we go. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. The Glasgow Fire Department responded to reports of a structure fire, which was located at 110 Forester Road. Fire units arrived and found light and smoke coming from the residence. The fire was contained to the electrical panel and had been extinguished by the homeowner with a fire extinguisher. Fire department units were on the scene approximately 45 minutes and were assisted on the scene by units from Glasgow Police Department, Baron Metcalf EMS, and the Glasgow EPB. Also, the Warren County Sheriff's Office received a call of a missing mentally ill subject on Sunday. The area of Walmart and Morgantown Road is where the call was received. The 26-year-old Ryan King of Bowling Green was noted as missing, and he got out of a vehicle at the intersection of Morgantown Road and Veterans Memorial in Bowling Green. This was about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. King was last seen wearing a blue shirt, white gym shorts, and flip-flops. He is fair-skinned with a white male, short brown hair, and a goatee. He has green eyes and stands approximately 5 foot 7 inches tall and weighs approximately 150 pounds. If you have any information about King's whereabouts, please contact the Warren County Sheriff's Office at 270-842-1663. In response to Monday night's Glasgow City Council meeting, where Glasgow High School Principal Dr. Amy Allen addressed the body about possibly donating some little-used fields for the purpose of constructing a new facility for the softball team, the City of Glasgow has announced a special called meeting of the Planning and Development Committee, a.k.a. the Parks and Rec Committee, for the purpose of meeting and discussing Dr. Allen's proposal of donating part of Gordon Park to the Glasgow Independent School District. Just a few weeks ago, the Glasgow School Board voted 3-2 in favor of constructing a new facility for the softball team, whether it be on the campus of Glasgow High School or at the proposed location of Nelson Field at Gordon Park. KHSAA rules cite that school tax money cannot be used for the purpose of construction on properties the school system does not own. Therefore, in order to build a facility in Gordon Park, the City of Glasgow would have to donate parcels of land to the school system according to the tentative provisions laid out by the board and Dr. Allen. If the city does not donate the land where Nelson and Richardson Field at Samuroy Stadium are now, the school would need to build a completely new structure from the ground up. Dr. Allen said at Monday night's City Council meeting none of the other parks owned by the city would be of interest to the school system. A Bowling Green man threatened to harm himself and shoot police. On Monday, Warren County Sheriff's Office received information that Jesse Lilliard, age 31 of Bowling Green, was possibly intoxicated and wanting to harm himself. When deputies arrived on the scene, they first made contact with Lilliard via phone, where he stated he would engage in a shootout with law enforcement. After a standoff, Lilliard walked out peacefully and was taken into custody without incident. He was charged with disorderly conduct, second degree, menacing, and terroristic threatening, third degree, and was lodged in the Warren County Regional Jail. More local news when we continue here on WCLU.
Want to stay in the know on
Be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello.
In more local news at this hour, the Glasgow School Board met last night, and among many items that had to be taken care of in the first of the year was the tax rate. Superintendent Keith Hale has the report on that. For WCLU Local News, I apologize.
As you know, the board met tonight and approved taking the compensating rate for our taxes here in Glasgow. Appreciate the board's commitment to our community and being great stewards of the community's money as well. You know, we've mentioned for the last 2 years that we're going to end up having to do the 4% increase, but the board has stayed committed. If we don't have to do that, we're not going to do that. I surely appreciate them doing that. We're also keeping our motor vehicle tax rate the same as well. That's at the 55.4%.
Again, that's 85.2 cents per $100 of assessed value on real property, 87.2 cents per $100 of assessed value on personal property, and 55.4 cents per $100 of assessed value on motor vehicles. That is the compensating rate based on property valuation for the fiscal year. Kentucky State Police has arrested a Metcalfe County man on Thursday, approximately 9:57 p.m. Trooper Ricky Cross was on a routine stationary patrol at Louis B. Nunn Parkway when he observed a maroon 2009 Infiniti traveling east near exit 27 at a high rate of speed. Trooper Cross activated his emergency equipment in an attempt to stop the driver. The driver attempted to exit the parkway too fast and crashed into the guardrail. 26-year-old Scott Thompson of Edmonton was arrested and charged with speeding 26 miles per hour or more, fleeing or evading police first degree, reckless driving, and failure to produce insurance card. Mr. Thompson was taken to the T.J. Sampson Hospital for medical clearance and lodged in the Barron County Jail. Also, Western Kentucky University Glasgow campus is kicking off the fall semester with the fall open house to be held tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. Incoming students can tour the campus, locate classrooms, and learn about all the resources available. Students can also order textbooks from the WKU store and get a photo ID. Again, that's tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. Now, in more exciting news from the first of the year events, the WKU football team will have their first scrimmage not at L.T. Smith Stadium, but right here at the brand new Barron County High School Stadium. The red and white scrimmage on Saturday, August 18th is at 6:30 p.m. at the new Barron County Trojan Football Stadium. Representatives from WKU Admissions, Glasgow Campus, alumni, and the WKU store will have information and giveaways. Barron County Superintendent Bo Matthews is pumped up about the event. We'll have more comments from him later this week about Saturday's event. The gates open at 5:30 p.m. and the game starts at 6:30 p.m. More local news when we continue with the Trojan Report coming up next.
It was one of those moments. I was a proud dad standing behind my son as he just switched off on his first bicycle pedal, pulled out my cell phone, and what did I do? Dropped it. Yep, there it was. And I knew it was cracked the second I picked it up. I didn't worry because I knew where to take it, and that's Gadget Patchers, located at 199 Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow. Gadget Patchers is a cell phone and computer repair store where I take all of my gadgets when they're in need of repair, whether that's cell phone screen, the charging port, or maybe it won't even come on at all now. And I have no doubt that Seth and all his talented staff at Gadget Patchers have the answers waiting for you. They can replace the entire screen, pretty much service a cell phone in any way imaginable. Time for an upgrade anyway? They've got newly refurbished phones and at great prices. Call Seth Arterburn down at Gadget Patchers at 270-228-0000 or stop in and get your repair quote on your device or bring it in and have them take a look at it, and you can shop around for a fully refurbished computer or laptop right in the store, as well as tablets and other phone accessories that you're going to need once you get that repair complete. Be sure to mention WCLU and get 10% off all accessories. Don't miss another one of life's events because of your broken device. See Gadget Patchers today.
I'm James Johnson with this week's Trojan Report. Anyone interested in joining the broadcasting club, sign-up sheets are available in the broadcast studio located in the upper level of the gym after school. Dues are $20 and include a club shirt. You must have at least a 3.0 GPA to join. Academic team first practice will be Monday, August 20th, from 3 to 4:30 in the library, and will practice Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays till 4:30. There have been several issues with beta invitations this year due to changes in WIN rosters. We apologize for this, but we want to encourage students planning to join beta to see a sponsor to pay $30 club dues anytime. The deadline to join is Friday, September 14th. Sponsors have a list of all eligible students, so see Miss Esters in room 17, Miss Dyer in room 14, Miss Smith in room 38, or Miss Walton in room 37 to join. The Regional Leadership Summit will be held in Bowling Green on September 27th and through 28th, last 2 days before fall break. You would miss 4th block on the 27th and all day on the 28th. We are staying overnight in Bowling Green due to the scheduled times of the sessions and competitions. The fee to attend will vary depending on the total number of students. It will be somewhere between $100 and $150. If you are interested, please see Miss Esters, room 17, for details. The deadline to register is Wednesday, August 22nd. Any student enrolled in an agriculture class this school year is eligible to join FFA. This year's dues are $15. To join FFA, please see one of the FFA advisors. Attention seniors, Grams will be here tomorrow during lunch to deliver senior picture proofs. And on the sports calendar for Thursday, the volleyball team is at Russellville, girls soccer team is at Hart County, the boys soccer team is at Russellville. On Friday, the Trojan football team hosts Casey County, and the girls soccer team participates in the Warren Central Invitational. On Saturday, the volleyball teams participate in the McCreary Central Invitational, and the girls soccer team participates in the Warren Central Invitational. Next Monday, the JV football team hosts Clay County, Tennessee. The volleyball team is at Adair County, the girls soccer team hosts Glasgow, and the boys soccer team is at Hart County. Next Tuesday, the volleyball team is at Glasgow. Boys soccer team hosts Wayne County, and boys JV soccer team hosts Allen County, Scottsville, and the boys golf team hosts Glasgow. For a daily rundown of what's happening at BCHS, tune in to our student radio broadcast each morning around 7:30 and each afternoon around 3 p.m. on our high school radio station, Trojan Radio, 88.7 FM, and online at BarronSchools.com. That's this week's Trojan Report from Barron County High, where opportunity creates success. We are BC.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
It's 72 degrees from WCLU at 6:23, 72 degrees. And we're looking for a high today somewhere in the 87, 88 degree range, and a pretty good chance of shower activity as we approach through the week's end. In area funeral announcements this hour, Joe Danny Hale, age 69, of Smiths Grove, died Monday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. He was born in Glasgow, the son of the late John Henry and Maddie Jeanette Wilson Hale. Joe was a former lab x-ray technician and was employed by Dr. Robert McKinley and T.J. Sampson Hospital, and later became a sales representative for laboratory equipment. He attended the Shiloh Baptist Church. Survivors include two sons, Danny Hale of Burkesville and Robert Hale of Heistville. 2 grandchildren, Madison and Daniel Hale. A stepson, Jason Cross, and wife Mitzi of Pikeville. 3 step-grandchildren, Noah, Luca, and Macy Cross. A brother, Jim Hale, and wife Madeline of Glasgow. 2 aunts, Ruth Wilson of Texas and Marie Wilson of Glasgow. Special family friend, Valerie Stokes. Funeral services for Joe Danny Hale will be at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Heistville Cemetery. Visitation will be Friday from 4 until 8 and Saturday morning before the services. Ronald Joseph Kramer, age 82, of Glasgow, passed away Monday at NHC Healthcare. He was a retired machinist and of the Lutheran faith. Mr. Kramer is survived by his wife, Carol Simmons Kramer, a daughter, Rita Boss of Glasgow, 7 grandchildren, Tommy, Brandy, and Timmy Boss, Elisa Walker, Dale Jr. Hurt, Jason and Joseph Hurt. 7 great-grandchildren and 16 great-great-grandchildren also survive. Funeral services for Ronald Joseph Kramer will be at 1 o'clock on Thursday at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burial will follow in the Missionary Mound Cemetery. Visitation tonight from 5 until 8, and on Thursday from 9 until time for service. Marita Waldeck, age 86, of Bonnyville, died Monday at her home. Mrs. Waldeck was a former district manager with Tupperware for 20 years. She was a member of the Calvary Baptist Church and the Montreeville Order of the Eastern Star. She is survived by a daughter, Donna Jansen of Walton, Kentucky, 2 sons, David Waldeck of E-Town and Burks Waldeck of Bonnyville, 2 brothers, George and Bill Rucker, both of Elizabethtown, and Burks Waldeck of Bonnyville, 2 brothers, George and Bill Rucker of Munfordville, 2 sisters, Virginia Grady of Louisville and Dorothy Crane of Horse Cave, 6 grandchildren, Megan Coriel, Ben Clark, Justin Elise, and Todd and Ryan Waldeck, 10 great-grandchildren, Holly, Ethan, Landon, Bentley, Aubrey, Lydia, Quinn, Amelia, Parker, and Trigg. Funeral services for Marita Waldeck will be at 1 o'clock Thursday at Seago Funeral Home. Burials will be in the Memory Park Cemetery. Visitation will be today from noon until 8 and after 8 a.m. Thursday. Eastern Star services will be from 6 tonight at the funeral home. The family requests memorial donations be given to hospice. These donations can be left at the funeral home. Mr. Jewel Wayne Baumgardner, age 76, of Cincinnati, Ohio, died Friday at his residence. Mr. Baumgardner was a native of Bonnyville and was a truck driver and a member of the Mount Vernon Baptist Church. Survivors include his wife, Frankie Rice Baumgardner, 1 brother, W. Harvey Baumgardner of E-Town, 1 niece, Simona Baumgardner of Tennessee. Services for Jewel Wayne Baumgardner will be held at 1 o'clock Thursday at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Bonnyville. Burial will follow in the Mount Vernon Cemetery. Visitation from 5 until 8 p.m. tonight at the church. Purcell and Sons Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Funeral services for Philip A. Toms, age 61, of Smiths Grove, will be at 11 o'clock Thursday morning at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel, with interment to be in the Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation is in progress. Funeral services for Jonathan Lance John Boy Irwin, age 28, of Edmonton, will be today at 2 o'clock at the Wisdom Faith Community Church. Burial will follow in the Wisdom Faith Community Church Cemetery. The A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Funeral services for Laverne Pettigo Franklin, age 93, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial should be in the Heistville Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Community. We help families when they lose a family member. We handle all the arrangements. We coordinate the services with meticulous care and consideration. We can help with Social Security or Veterans Affairs and grief counseling.
This is Follows Crow. Our efforts are to serve you with dignity and respect. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in Glasgow. We're here for you.
6:30 WCLU. What's the day going to be like weather-wise? Well, we're going to have this WCLU weather update this morning, brought to you by the folks fixing breakfast at McDonald's for you.
Saving money on feeding your family at McDonald's has never been so easy. Getting everything in 30 seconds will be. Here's what we have. For $1, you can get a sausage burrito, McChicken sandwich, cheeseburger, or any size soft drink. For $2, you can get a sausage McGriddle, 2-piece buttermilk crispy tenders, bacon McDouble, or a small McCafe. And for $3, a sausage egg McMuffin, classic chicken sandwich, triple cheeseburger, and a Happy Meal. Just $3 at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Excludes hot and iced coffee. So many great options, so little money. That's the $1, $2, and $3 menu at McDonald's.
A few showers, few thunderstorms around as we head through this morning. Now, this area of rainfall extends back into western parts of the state, but it should be diminishing a bit. By this afternoon, just a cloudy sky with some breaks of sunshine. They make about 86. Then we'll see another round of showers and thunderstorms roll in overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Tonight's low 71, and then tomorrow up to 85 degrees. But still some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible as we get into the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Constant coverage. The studio radar screen is showing some light shower activity kind of dotting the landscape in the western half of the state of Kentucky. Looks like the heaviest shower activity is around Madisonville on over toward Hopkinsville, looks like this morning. But all of that is going to stay together as it very slowly makes its way across the state, and we'll get some moisture out of that. We already have 1/100.01 in the rain gauge, but there's more out there to be had for sure. The barometer is at 30.03, calm winds, humidity at 91%, 72 degrees from the studios of WCLU this morning at 6:32.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
GlasgowKYHomes.com.
72 degrees, 6:33. We might as well go ahead and talk about the birthdays today. Yes, we've got birthdays coming in left and right, and these birthdays brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. They have mastered fun. And in fact, if you've got to get together, maybe a family reunion, maybe you didn't get to have one this year and you want to be the one that plans it, why don't you let Ralphie's help you from the start plan a family reunion. Talk about a lot of room, a lot of fun, a lot of opportunities. That's just one of the many things that Ralphie's Fun Center can do for you. Check them out today at Ralphie's Fun Center. They specialize in fun indeed. All right, let's see here. I got to start off with a gong. This is a member of a church wanting me to gong his pastor. That's right. This is Pastor Alan Harper. That's Pastor Alan Harper. Alan is turning 40 today. Here we go. Happy 40th birthday to Alan Harper today. The 63rd birthday for a good fellow, Mr. Steve Wilkinson. Steve, your sister called in to make sure that we had your 63rd birthday on the radio today, sir. It's Jared Saltzman having a birthday. The Honorable Mayor of the city of Horse Cave, Kentucky, Mayor Randall Curry, is celebrating a birthday today. Jamie Resch with a birthday. We have Karen Eaton celebrating. It is twin brother and sister Fran McCracken and Freddie Bull. They are sharing birthdays today on this 15th day of August. On the anniversary side of things, we have Josh and Julie Kate Gross. It's number 9 for Josh and Julie Kate. And then we've got Mike and Kim Fogel on the anniversary list today, too. So that's the way it is. 651-914-9800, 956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. We're just now getting started good, so go ahead and crash in here and give us some more birthdays and anniversaries. We will be doing some sharing this morning, just like we're going to share the archives in the next set here on WCLU. Thanks to Ralphie's for the sponsorship of the birthdays.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
The future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Just idea. Got to check that out. The Old School Cafe. It'll bring back a lot of memories, and you'll certainly enjoy the dining there as well. Let me add a fine young man. We've been putting this man's name on the birthday list since, well, actually since he was a much younger fella. Matthew Bunnell. That's right. Matthew Bunnell is having a birthday today. Want to be sure and wish Matthew a happy birthday today. Guess what time it is? It is time that we should venture down memory lane. Look at how solid our foundation is. And through the efforts of archivists like Ray Green and Gail Berry and others, and through the sponsorship of Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, we're going to get that done for you. Just next.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, let me tell you about the fact that we got folks up and running watching us online here today. I've got Donita Brewington-Runyon. Alan Shirley's tuned in this morning. We've got Sharon Peterson. Tony Wells is tuned in. Got a note here from Terry Pruitt, my classmate there. We also got my cousin, Paul Biggers III, is tuned in. And my wife, Terry Lou Doyle Royce, tuned in today. Is that everybody you see there, Wes, so far? Okay. Well, it's nice to hear from folks. And we got somebody, we have this gentleman hardwired in. He didn't have to tweet or shout or anything like that. It's Sam Terry on the phone, the resident archivist here. How you doing, Sam?
Doing well today. How are you, Henry?
I think I'm all right. You know, you think about these, in the world of higher education, a professor or an expert will take up residence for a while in certain places of education. And I think you're taking up residence right now to help us get some of this stuff straight in the archives.
We'll certainly try to.
But don't we have a great history?
Absolutely. Very interesting. Always something new to discover.
That was a stall move because the archives were much out of my reach. But now I have them, all right? Let's go back 100 years, Sam. You know how people think, man, it was just as simple as it was back then, back in the good old days. Well, here's some simplicity for you. The property of B.G. Ellis on Ray Street was searched by officers Tribune and Walkup Monday afternoon, and a 48-gallon barrel of whiskey was seized. That's a quiet little town happening, you think?
Sounds like it.
Now,
of course, it was prohibition.
That's right. That's right. So the point is, you had to kind of keep it hush if you were going to manufacture it. But they must have made a lot, because the writer here in this newspaper says a 2-horse wagon removed the booze to a place for safekeeping, and Ellis was held under a $150 bond. His trial comes up today, and then the newspaper writer adds his own twist here. Quote, "That's a pretty howdy-do right in the heart of town," unquote. So, the writer saying, man, this is right in the middle of town. But, like you say, it was prohibition, but it was enough that it took a 2-horse wagon to haul it off.
And it was right in the heart of town. That particular property is right on the corner of North Race and West Cherry. Now known as a medical office, used years ago by the Snaveleys,
yes,
and now by the Hogan Clinic.
That's right. But it was making medicine of a different sort in 1918 on that corner.
Or at least they had a supply.
That's right. That's right. If a prescription was needed. This day in 1928, Sam, we've got back to school information. It was this day in 1928, the Glasgow Public Schools will open on Monday, September the 3rd. It is the desire of the Board of Education, the superintendent, the faculty, and the students and to invite the parents and the friends of the school to visit the school on opening day. Now, the new building is one of the most beautiful in southern Kentucky. It'll be open for the first time on the first day of school here in 1928. We have a big picture of that school. If Wes will put that up, that's the Liberty Street School, is what most of us knew that as, and actually we still know that. Of course, it's apartments now. But you think about that building, and this particular shot is an excellent shot, because if I remember as an elementary student up there, this was the going to be, you know, kind of like the east entrance to the school, and there was an actual, I guess, placard or a commemoration of the year 1927 to establish that school. Of course, they were building it in 1927. But if I remember right, it's still on the side of that building up there, Sam.
Well, it's actually right at the very top of the building above the front door.
Okay, all right.
And if you zoom in on that picture on whatever device you're looking at it on, you can see that very plainly. And that was the first building that Glasgow Schools built on the old Liberty School campus. At that time, the old Liberty College building was still standing, and it was being used as the high school. And this building in the photograph, and their opening in 1928, was constructed to the left of the Liberty College building. And it replaced the old Glasgow graded school that was on North Race Street.
And here's the thing you can say about it: a rock-solid, well-built building, still in use to this day.
Certainly is.
I don't know how much support they've had to do to it, but I would say it has stood the test of time admirably. And that was from 1928, starting a school with a new building. All right, let's move to 1938, Sam. We've got some folks who are going to get degrees from Western Teachers College. I think it was yesterday where we had some folks getting degrees from University of Kentucky. But in today's receiving of degrees, the following from this section of the state getting degrees from Western Teachers College: Elizabeth Sandage Bowles, Lucille Harvey, Orrin L. Doyle of Tompkins of Glasgow, John F. McCreary, John Martin, and Jordan S. White of Tompkinsville, William Rex Prophet of Dry Fork, Elsie Rogers Ray of Edmonton, J. Bernice Galloway of Knob Lick, Forrest L. Irvin and Nell Carter of Sulphur Well. Get this: John M. Downing of Flippin and Willard Cockrell of Scottsville. That shows you right there in 1938 the types of the how big the community of students at Western really was, even back that early year, for sure.
It certainly does, and lots of familiar names in there, Henry.
Yeah, it rings a lot of bells in there, for sure.
Many people might remember Elizabeth Sandage Bowles as Elizabeth Siegfried.
Right.
And Lucille Harvey became Lucille Harvey Jolly, a well-known realtor, and of course J.B. Galloway, who headed up the Farmers Rural Electric Co-op for many, many years.
Getting his degree there back in 1938. And of course, I remember Mr. Doyle, Orrin L. Doyle, who was involved in a lot of things, but later in life he actually kind of ran the Senior Citizen Center, if I recall correctly, going way back. And of course, John M. Downing of Flippin, Kentucky, a big name, and Mr. Willard Cockrell from over at Scottsville, too. A lot of folks been influenced by the Big Red. Let's jump over here to 1948, shall we? This was the day in 1948 we had more school openings here, Sam Terry. Barron County schools will open August 23rd. At all Barron County rural and high schools will open Monday, August the 23rd. It was announced this week by the superintendent, Mr. Mitchell Davis, who calls attention to a new requirement by the State Board of Education, which provides that all children from the first grade through high school will be required to take medical and physical examinations before they attend classes. The same regulation applies to all teachers and employees no child not immunized against smallpox will be permitted to attend the school. I'm just imagining, I have no way of knowing, but that was probably slightly controversial.
I imagine it was. And, of course, some of that also brought in the school immunization programs through the public health department, and Miss Molly Carmen would come and see that you got your immunization.
That's right. She, I don't remember her being a jabbing type person anyway. She was a pretty good shot giver, as they say, from back in the day. 1948, taking care of business. All right, 1958, this was a picture. Yesterday we had the story about the National Wood Products being started up with by buying the Sewell Harlan Lumber Company. Well, this day in the Glasgow Republican was a picture. Talk about a big deal right here. I don't have a copy of this picture to show you on the TV and on the Facebook Live, but it's a really neat picture because it's a picture of Governor Happy Chandler and Mayor Tubby Grissom and members of the Glasgow Professional and Business Women's Club. They were participating in the presentation of a flag to the officials from the National Wood Products plant at the dedication ceremonies on Tuesday. Now, you have the governor here, and of course the mayor, but then you've got the stage is basically full of fine ladies to show the importance of industry to every part of our community.
And they did, and it would be interesting to note, too, that just about a year earlier was when the Glasgow Business and Professional Women's Club was started, and the lady at the helm of creating the club and giving it vitality was none other than Beulah Nunn.
Yes, indeed, and she certainly was not one to halfway do anything, as we could agree on that for sure. So hey, we got the Business and Professional Women's Club, and we've got, a flag. Let's get the governor down here, and I'm sure that Happy Chandler had no way to tell Beulah Nunn no. And here she was in 1958 at the helm. All right, 1968, we've got information right here for you on the new principal at Park City as we're cranking up schools. Lorenza Davis was named as the new principal at Park City School this day in 1968. A school that served for many years, a wonderful community. This is a pretty big deal right here. I don't know how many times this has happened, but this day in 1978, Sam, Miss Mary Lynn Holland was crowned Miss Summer's Shade. Now that's good, but this lady, Miss Mary Lynn Holland, that same year was also crowned Miss Monroe County Fair. So she was, taking all the awards there from 1978.
She certainly was.
Miss Summer Shade and Miss Monroe County Fair, and who knows? That was 1978. Let's look at 1988. This always has been controversial. To try to explain it is not exactly the easiest thing to do, but this day in 1988, parking regulations around the public square in Glasgow still an issue for the Glasgow Common Council. You remember there's been, everything from parking tickets to feed the meter to don't feed the meter to don't, park more than an hour and a half. It's always been controversial. That's because we've always had a vibrant downtown, I guess.
Perennial problem. But it's good that people are downtown.
That's right. And, there's been several attempts to provide parking structures, things of that nature, but still some folks just want to park as close as they can, forget the structure. And it continues to be a problem, I'm sure. This day in 1998, this was the day that Jenny Ward, a former Glasgow resident, was named admissions counselor at Center College. Quite the accolade for Miss Jenny Ward, former Glasgow resident. I saw her daddy out walking this morning. thinking back on the days of when the kids were younger. And this day in 2008, it's hard to believe that time gets away from us like this, Sam, but this was a story in the Glasgow Times. Barron County Circuit Judge Phil Patton this day was appointed as the Vice Chief Regional Circuit Judge for the Green River region. So continuing to serve the state as a Vice Chief Regional Circuit Judge for Judge Phil Patton. It's in the archives. It's carved in the archives, much like that plaque up there at Liberty Street, to stand the test of time. So there we have it. I think that's a nice variety of news items today, Sam.
It's great variety, and it just shows how diverse our history is in Glasgow and Barron County, and how nice it is to have some dedicated volunteers at the Cultural Center that find these little gems from the past and help us remember them.
And have a love for it, I might add as well, for sure. You know, we got a still right there in the middle of town. We've got school opening up and new rules, etc., etc. It's part of the fabric that makes this place home. And thanks for joining us today, Sam. We'll reconvene tomorrow, and who knows what we'll uncover from the different rocks we look under then, all right?
All right, see you then.
Okay, thanks a lot, Sam. Terry, you have a good day.
Same to you.
All right, that's Sam Terry, and Sam is always very gracious in, giving us some good information. We got other folks here. Just noticed here that Wes handed me the phone right here. Billy Houchins is tuned in this morning. Hope Billy's doing all right. We have Miss Terry Crump Bolin from the great state of Alabama is tuned in this morning. Good to talk to Miss Terry. We got Charlotte DeMunburn Glass. She is watching today. Chris and Kelly Lawrence are tuned in today. My daughter-in-law, Elizabeth Combs Royce, is watching. Spencer Benedict is watching today. That's a good fellow who remembers a lot of this history for sure. Brianna Pointer is watching today. So is Tammy Murray Armstrong. And let's see, who else did I see? Mr. Dale Copus. Always good to hear from Dale. Belinda Nowak. Lana Hatcher is joining us for today as well. There you are, sir. Thank you. I love these names and love to hear from these folks here.
Gary Taylor says good morning.
Who, Gary Taylor? All right, Gary. He's always he's one of these guys that gets up and he's always sprite and got a good attitude on things, for sure. All right, the archives brought to you today by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. Thank them for being the sponsors of this. We're going to come right back and check our forecast for today, and we'll play trivia too.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins.
Special request, the mayor of Horse Cave, Mayor Randall Curry. Now, Mayor Curry has been involved in a whole lot of things, a whole lot of good things that have been going on in the municipality of Horse Cave, and some folks said we need to pat Mayor Curry on the back, and so we're going to help get that done today. If you happen to see Mayor Randall Curry around town today, you pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Well, they've always got something good on the menu, and people just love it. I do too. And we're going to move forward here and check the forecast out. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
My name's Roger Mercer. My wife and I, Terry, own Southern Kentucky Collision here in Glasgow. It's a collision repair center. We've been dealing with South Central Bank for probably 23, 24 years. They've always been good to us. They're a hometown bank. South Central Bank has been a really big part of our business as far as the growth. They've been there for us when we needed to borrow money to grow, and we appreciate that very much from South Central Bank.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Bit damp this morning. Got a patch of showers, thunderstorms trying to roll on through. I don't think the rain's going to be blowing sideways. Certainly don't think any severe weather, but slow your roll. High-speed wipers, low-speed travel. A few showers, few thunderstorms around as we head through this morning. Now, this area of rainfall extends back into the western parts of the state, but it should be diminishing a bit as we go through the morning. By this afternoon, just a cloudy sky with some breaks of sunshine. They make about 86. Then we'll see another round of showers and thunderstorms roll in overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Tonight's low 71, and then tomorrow up to 85 degrees. But still some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible as we get into the afternoon. Tomorrow night, scattered storms. Friday, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. And more the same over the weekend. Scattered showers and thunderstorms with highs in the low to mid-80s. So with all these days of rainfall, kind of dug out the 5-day rainfall total map. And that amount of rainfall could exceed maybe 2.5 inches in some spots. Now, it doesn't come all at once, but certainly if you get hit multiple times over the next few days, you could end up with a few inches of rain. So keep the umbrellas handy. Once again, best chance of rain today will be this morning. Then on again, off again rain chances right on through the rest of the week and maybe even the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We've gotten 1/100th of an inch of rain. That's not much, but there's a whole lot more that's back in West Kentucky this morning, and that's going to be slowly meandering its way in our direction over the next day, day and a half, and we're going to be seeing that rain pick up. Some heavier showers already just to the west of Owensboro this morning, and there's some other shower activity much lighter in the central east part of the state, over around Central City and, well, a little bit closer to Elizabethtown this morning. Just some light showers there. 72 degrees at WCLU. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
If you're thinking about remodeling your home, keep in mind that windows play a big part, so it's important to get the right ones. Anderson not only offers finely crafted windows and patio doors in thousands of sizes and styles, they also give you natural wood interiors, low-maintenance exteriors, and long-lasting energy-saving performance. See the full line of Anderson windows at Glasgow Building Supply on the 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Anderson Windows. Long live the home.
When Fire Pit Spirits first opened in May, they set out to be a place of business that puts service above all else, and that's why they have a large staff to help you find what you need and then help you do your car when you're done. They strive to have the best selection in the county, and you can be the judge of that. They also wanted you to have the convenience of a drive-through window for when you're in a rush, or if the weather just doesn't suit you. With so many options, Fire Pit Spirits make sure they're equipped for professionalism and satisfaction. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, Fire Pit Spirits. Best service, best selection, best friends.
All too often, we let the bad deals that we've been handed in life consume us. You know how it is. Things don't go our way. We get angry. If it's bad enough, sometimes we get angry with God. We live with regret. We're always walking around feeling like a victim. But what if we approach life in this fashion? James chapter 1 at verse 2, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. Now, have you thought about this? How different your life would look if you took all the different challenges you found in life as an opportunity to become more godly. You think you'd be happier? You think you'd be more successful? Oh, God knows that you would be. This has been Bart Warren, the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good to come and good to help, and it's good to have on your side. folks at Whitty's. In Glasgow, 7:03, 72 degrees from the studios of WCLU. We hope that your feet are hitting the floor in good order here. There's an important thing coming up today. The American Red Cross is urging individuals to give blood and platelets to help end an emergency blood shortage that began last month. There are 2 opportunities to give in the immediate area. First of all, today from 1 until 6, you can donate blood at the T.J. Sampson Health Pavilion. And then on August the 30th at Zaxby's on the Happy Valley Road in Glasgow from 2 until 7. 2 forms of ID are required at check-in. Why don't we play trivia? Why don't we take the opportunity to see who's going to enjoy $5 off? That's $5 off of anything you choose on the menu at Digo's in Glasgow or at Garcia's in Glasgow. Now, you know the quality. You know all about Garcia's. Very well established, very much loved. And the new venture, Digo's, right next to the pavilion at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital, is really taking off because they're taking a lot of the expertise that they have and making it put it into a different way of delivering it. And if you're in a real hurry, you just want to run in and get something. Boy, have you ever seen the choices out there at Digo's to run in and get something? Unbelievable.
For an intimate setting with family and friends, everyone knows the place to go in Glasgow is Garcia's Grill. But did you know about Digo's Place? It's next to the TJ Health Pavilion in the former Plum Yum location, also owned by Armando and family at Garcia's Grill. When you're talking Mexican food, it's all about the ingredients, and Armando uses only the best ingredients at both Garcia's and Digo's Place. The difference is, Digo's Place is a little more casual, and you also get to pick your sauces, cheeses, herbs, and spices. So if you've never tried Digo's Place, you'll love the authentic Mexican flavors made with the finest ingredients. That's Digo's Place, owned and operated by the same folks at Garcia's Grill.
And it's good, I tell you. All right, let's go ahead and talk about trivia today. 651-9149-800-956-1023. If you can answer this, $5 off to enjoy at Digo's or at Garcia's. Here we go with the question for today, a political question. We don't have those a lot, but we're going to do it today. What president ran with the campaign slogan, quote, "Vote yourself a farm," unquote? Now, that's quite the campaign promise. But if you voted for this particular candidate running for president, you could vote yourself a farm. Hello, trivia.
Hoover.
Wasn't Hoover. That's a good guess, though. Trivia.
FDR.
No, it wasn't FDR. Vote yourself a farm. You know, let's just get down to the chase. Let's don't beat around the bush. Vote yourself a farm.
Wilson.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Abraham Lincoln.
That's exactly correct. Who is this speaking?
Luke Pierce.
Hey, Luke, how you doing?
Pretty good, you?
I'm doing real good. Now, tell me this. That sounds like you're a knowledgeable about campaign slogans and things of that nature, Luke. How did you know that?
I used to help with Google.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That is certainly okay, Luke. But you think about it. You think about Abe Lincoln being, a stalwart, upstanding gentleman, which he was. But then, hey, even in the toughest of campaigns, you got to get in there and make some strong promises. And I think vote yourself a farm is pretty strong. You think, Luke?
I think so.
That could have a positive turnout for a lot of people. Indeed. And I don't know that anybody called his hand on it, but nonetheless, hey, vote for Lincoln. He's the guy that says you can vote yourself a farm. I think he probably got some votes with that slogan, don't you, Luke?
I think so.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you tuning in this morning, Luke Pierce. Have you been to the new Digo's yet?
Not yet.
Okay, well, here's an opportunity for you to go because it's $5 off, and you'll love it, okay?
Well, thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, Luke. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Luke Pierce. Luke Pierce. Vote yourself a farm. Yes, and you think that's a right-wing wild claim? It's the claim of candidate Abraham Lincoln. And now you know the rest of the story. And we'll have trivia again tomorrow. And a great big thank you to Armando and Claudia and all the staff out there at Garcia's and at Deco's for being a part of the winning here on WCLU. And you'll win too if you head out there to dine today.
CBS News Update. 300 priests, more than 1,000 victims, and that's just one state. CBS's Nikki Batiste on the just-released grand jury report on sex abuse in the Catholic Church in Pennsylvania.
The grand jury investigation goes back 70 years and identified predator priests in 6 Catholic dioceses across Pennsylvania. Documents from the diocese's own secret archives form the backbone of the investigation, corroborating accounts of alleged sexual abuse and systemic church cover-up, mirroring a worldwide pattern where abusers are moved from parish to parish.
Washington Archbishop Donald Worrell was the Bishop of Pittsburgh's diocese 2 decades ago where many of the abuses occurred. Does he believe there's still an ongoing problem?
I'm not sure that there's any way you can guarantee that there won't ever be a failure in the life of any priest going into the future. You can't do more than give your very best to try to eradicate a problem.
CBS News Update. I'm Bill Rakoff.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM on Fruitvale, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
710 at WCLU, 72 degrees as we get our start. Maybe some shower activity today. We'll check in with Ray Stagik in a few moments. A busy day in the WCLU newsroom. Let's get an update with Wes Royce. Good morning, Wes.
Good morning, Pops. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. The Glasgow Fire Department responded to reports of a structure fire at Forrester Road. Fire units arrived and found light smoke coming from the residence. The fire was contained to the electrical panel and had been extinguished by the homeowner with a fire extinguisher. Fire department units were on the scene approximately 45 minutes and were assisted on the scene by units of the Glasgow Police Department, Barron Metcalf EMS, and the Glasgow EPB. The Warren County Sheriff's Office has received a call of a missing mentally ill subject on Sunday in the area of Walmart on Morgantown Road in Bowling Green. 26-year-old Ryan King of Bowling Green got out of a vehicle at the intersection of Morgantown Road and Veterans Memorial Highway around 7:30 p.m. Sunday. King was last seen wearing a blue shirt, white gym shorts, and flip-flops. He is a fair-complected white male with short brown hair and a goatee. He has green eyes and stands about 5'7" tall and weighs approximately 150 pounds. If you have any information about King's whereabouts, please contact the Warren County Sheriff's Office at 270-842-1633 or contact your local law enforcement. You can check out pictures of King online at WCLUradio.com. In response to Monday night's Glasgow City Council meeting, where Glasgow High School Principal Dr. Amy Allen addressed the body about possibly donating some little-used fields for the purpose of constructing a new facility for the softball team, the City of Glasgow has announced a special called meeting of the Planning and Development Committee for tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the South Liberty Street office. Also known as the Parks and Rec Committee, the purpose of this meeting will be to discuss Dr. Allen's proposal of donating part of Gorham Park to the Glasgow Independent School District. Now, just a few weeks ago, the Glasgow School Board voted 3-2 in favor of constructing a new facility for the softball team, whether it be on the campus of Glasgow High School or at the proposed location of Nelson Field and Gorham Park. KHSAA rules cite that school tax money cannot be used for the purpose of construction on properties that the school system does not own. Therefore, in order to build the facility in Gorham Park, the City of Glasgow would have to donate the parcels of land to the school system according to the tentative provisions laid out by the board and Dr. Allen. If the city does not donate the land where Nelson and Richardson Field at Sam Roy Stadium are now, the school will need to build a completely new structure from the ground up. Dr. Allen said at Monday night's City Council meeting none of the other parks owned by the city would be of interest to the school system. A Bowling Green man threatened to harm himself and shoot police. On Monday, Warren County Sheriff's Office received information that Jesse Lilliard, age 31 of Bowling Green, was possibly intoxicated and wanting to harm himself. When deputies arrived on the scene, they first made contact with Lilliard via phone, where he stated he would engage in a shootout with the law enforcement. After a standoff, Lilliard walked out peacefully and was arrested for disorderly conduct, menacing, terroristic threatening, and lodged in the Warren County Regional Jail. The Glasgow School Board met last night, and among many items that had to be taken care of in the first of the year was the tax rate. Superintendent Keith Hale has that report.
As you know, the board met tonight and approved taking the compensating rate for our taxes here in Glasgow. Appreciate the board's commitment to our community and being great stewards of the community's money as well. You know, we've mentioned for the last 2 years that we're going to end up having to do the 4%.
That's Superintendent Keith Hale. Again, that's 85.2 cents per $100 of assessed value on real property, 87.2 cents on personal property, and 55.4 cents on motor vehicles. That is the compensating rate. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
In more local news at this hour, Kentucky State Police has arrested a Metcalfe County man. On Thursday, approximately 9:57 in the evening, Trooper Ricky Cross was on a routine stationary patrol on the Louis B. Nunn Parkway when he observed a maroon 2009 Infiniti traveling east near exit 27 at a high rate of speed. Trooper Cross activated his emergency equipment in an attempt to stop the driver. The driver attempted to exit the parkway too fast and crashed into the guardrail. 26-year-old Scott Thompson of Edmonton was arrested and charged with speeding 26 miles an hour or more, fleeing or evading police first-degree motor vehicle, wanton endangerment first-degree, criminal mischief first-degree, reckless driving, and failure to produce insurance card. Mr. Thompson was taken to T.J. Sampson Hospital for medical clearance and lodged in the Barron County Jail. Western Kentucky University Glasgow campus is kicking off the fall semester with the Fall Open House that will be held tomorrow from 4 until 6 p.m. Incoming students can tour the campus, locate classrooms, and learn about all the resources available to them. Students can also order textbooks from the WKU store and get a photo ID. Again, that's tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. Also, in more exciting first-of-the-year events, the WKU football team will have their first scrimmage. Not at L.T. Smith Stadium, but at the brand-new Barron County High School Stadium. The red and white scrimmage on Saturday, August 18th, will take place at 6:30 p.m. at the new Barron County Trojan Football Stadium. Representatives from WKU Admissions Glasgow campus, alumni, and the WKU store will have information and giveaways as well. Barron County Superintendent Bo Matthews is pumped up about the event, and I'm scheduled to speak with Superintendent Bo Matthews today. We'll have more comments from him tomorrow on your local news. The gates open at 5:30 p.m. The game starts at 6:30 p.m. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
I'm James Johnson with this week's Trojan Report. Anyone interested in joining the broadcasting club, sign-up sheets are available in the broadcast studio located in the upper level of the gym after school. Dues are $20 and include a club shirt. You must have at least a 3.0 GPA to join. Academic team first practice will be Monday, August 20th, from 3 to 4:30 in the library, and will practice Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays till 4:30. There have been several issues with beta invitations this year due to changes in WIN rosters. We apologize for this, but we want to encourage students planning to join beta to see a sponsor to pay $30 club dues anytime. The deadline to join is Friday, September 14th. Sponsors have a list of all eligible students, so see Miss Esters in room 17, Miss Dyer in room 14, Miss Smith in room 38, or Miss Walton in room 37 to join. The Regional Leadership Summit will be held in Bowling Green on September 27th and through 28th, last 2 days before fall break. You would miss 4th block on the 27th and all day on the 28th. We are staying overnight in Bowling Green due to the scheduled times of the sessions and competitions. The fee to attend will vary depending on the total number of students. It will be somewhere between $100 and $150. If you are interested, please see Miss Esters, room 17, for details. The deadline to register is Wednesday, August 22nd. Any student enrolled in an agriculture class this school year is eligible to join FFA. This year's dues are $15. To join FFA, please see one of the FFA advisors. Attention seniors, Grams will be here tomorrow during lunch to deliver senior picture proofs. And on the sports calendar for Thursday, the volleyball team is at Russellville, girls soccer team is at Hart County, the boys soccer team is at Russellville. On Friday, the Trojan football team hosts Casey County, and the girls soccer team participates in the Warren Central Invitational. On Saturday, the volleyball teams participate in the McCreary Central Invitational, and the girls soccer team participates in the Warren Central Invitational. Next Monday, the JV football team hosts Clay County, Tennessee. The volleyball team is at Adair County, the girls soccer team hosts Glasgow, and the boys soccer team is at Hart County. Next Tuesday, the volleyball team is at Glasgow, boys soccer team hosts Wayne County, and boys JV soccer team hosts Allen County Scottsville, and the boys golf team hosts Glasgow. For a daily rundown of what's happening at BCHS, tune in to our student radio broadcast each morning around 7:30 and each afternoon around 3 p.m. on our high school radio station, Trojan Radio, 88.7 FM, and online at BarronSchools.com. That's this week's Trojan Report from Barron County High, where opportunity creates success. We are BC.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Kentucky's public teachers and state employees are criticizing Governor Matt Bevin once again. While speaking to a Cincinnati radio station Tuesday, Bevin compared pension reform opponents to drowning victims.
And yet I'm being fought in some instances by the very people that we're trying to save. It's like saving a drowning victim, Brian. It's like somebody, they're fighting you, biting you, pulling you under. You just need to knock them out and drag them to shore.
Bevin later told 840 WHAS's Terry Miners that his comments were not supposed to be taken literally.
I used an analogy. An analogy is an example of something that is reminiscent of something else.
Attorney General Andy Beshear called Bevin's comments offensive. An Estill County high school soccer coach has been arrested after Kentucky State Police said he had sex with a minor who went to the school. Troopers said students at Estill County High School reported receiving nude messages from girls soccer coach, 28-year-old Andrew Haddon. He has been placed on leave from the high school. Haddon faces several charges, including 5 counts of rape, 3rd degree. Richmond police arrested 41 people in an initiative called Operation Broken Cart. Police and loss prevention specialists spent 3 days targeting individuals stealing from 7 area stores, including Kroger. Kroger retail crime manager Terry Young tells WKYT officials recovered nearly $2,500 worth of stolen property and seized $30,000 in narcotics.
Some of it was simple possession, so we'd make arrests for the shoplifting and then search incident to arrest. We'd find narcotics on the person.
The stolen merchandise was often resold on the black market at a cheaper price. And some gates are reopening at Fort Campbell. All gates were closed Tuesday night after a vehicle entered the base without stopping. Some of the gates reopened hours later. Information regarding the vehicle and driver who caused the gates to close is unknown. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Visit the Speed Art Museum's new exhibition, Picasso to Pollock. Opening June 16th, explores 72 rare masterworks from the early 20th century, when artists shattered norms in reaction to an ever-changing world. Come see a show where art meets history and competing artists were looked upon as superheroes. On exclusive loan from the Eskenazi Museum of Art at Indiana University. Get your tickets now at speedmuseum.org.
Well, here we are again, and I got to tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
Here we have a powerful heavyweight, a train, weighing in at 6,000 tons. And this hasty lightweight challenger, a car, at just 1.5 tons.
This does not bode well for the car, or the people in it.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. See tracks, think train.
Be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Legendary.
Here's the score from the Kentucky News Network. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Well, the Battle of Ohio resumed along the banks of the Ohio River that was, and it was all the Cleveland Indians. Jose Ramirez went 3 for 5 with a homer and 2 RBIs as the Indians crushed the Reds 8-1 in Cincinnati. Sal Romano didn't even make it out of the second inning. He takes the loss, and Red skipper Jim Riggleman admits the team is struggling right now.
You know, we're running a little bit of a buzzsaw there, and you know we're in a rough patch, and we're going to come out of it. But you know, you go through these times, and we just got to come out of it sooner than later.
Staying in the National League Central, on the other end of the spectrum, this happened last night in St. Louis.
Here's a long one into left field. It's a home run, his first big league hit. He touches them all. John Gant, what are we talking about here? This Cardinal club is on fire.
And he's absolutely on point. When things are going right, they're going right for the St. Louis Cardinals. The starting pitcher, John Gant, drilling that 2-run homer. The Red Hot Cardinals beat the Nationals 6-4 at Busch Stadium. St. Louis has now won 7 straight games. They're 4 games back of the Cubs in the National League Central, and just 1 game back of the wild card spot. The oblong now, the Cincinnati Bengals are closing in on their second preseason game. Cincinnati will take on the Cowboys in Arlington on Saturday. The Bengals open their exhibition slate with a 30-27 win over the Bears. They'll also visit the Bills and host the Colts before the real games begin in just a few weeks. And the gridiron to the volleyball court now with all OVC preseason team selections. Rachel Gustino, Rachel Holthouse, and Katria Johnson. The Murray State volleyball team sits atop the 2018 OVC preseason poll. The Racers have the most all OVC selections with 3, followed by Austin P and Eastern Kentucky. Murray State will open the 2018 slate in the Big Easy. That would be New Orleans taking on Houston, Omaha, and New Orleans. And finally, U.S. District Court judge has dismissed former U of L basketball coach Rick Pitino's lawsuit against Adidas. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Spring breaks out the scammers. The Better Business Bureau wants you to be on the lookout.
Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith-Hamlin with the BBB. Beware of sound-alike charities and phony websites, and beware of social media requests and emails for donations.
And don't give out any information.
Don't feel pressured to give money or financial information to someone who knocks on your door or calls.
Even derby tickets.
If you were asked to wire money to get the tickets, it is almost guaranteed to be a scam. Check out the business first at bbb.org, and don't forget to look for the seal for businesses you can trust.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train.
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow. The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
The home for Holland Grills in Southern Kentucky is Southern States. For more than 30 years, Holland has been building America's greatest grill. The Holland Grill is easy to use and gives you moist, juicy, tender food each and every time you grill. Southern States carries a great selection of Holland Grills ready to be put into service today. The only grill made which offers a no flare-up guarantee in writing. And listen for details on the summer propane fill-up promotion coming soon to Southern States in Glasgow.
Showers, few thunderstorms around as we head through this morning. Now, this area of rainfall extends back into western parts of the state, but it should be diminishing a bit. By this afternoon, just a cloudy sky with some breaks of sunshine. May make about 86. Then we'll see another round of showers and thunderstorms roll in overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Tonight's low 71, and then tomorrow up to 85 degrees. But still some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible as we get into the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Current temperature reading is 72 degrees. We had just about, actually just 1/100th of an inch of rain is all that we have had so far. 91% humidity, winds are calm, barometers at 30.03. This weather update brought to you by Southern States.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd, also known as the noodle floating, calorie drowning, water weightlifting, woohoo yelling, floor balancing H2O aerobics instructor. As you probably guessed, that means I'm the splashing H2O instructor, Aqua Emotion, and we have lots of fun. If you have aches and pains in your joints, my class at Extreme Health Club is where you need to be. It's soothing to your body, and it's important that you don't throw in the towel, you dry off with it after a fun splashing H2O class at Extreme Health Club. Everything is more fun when it's in the water. Call me now. Classes fill up quickly. 651-3036.
Good morning, friends. During the course of a person's life, he or she will have many friendly acquaintances. There are some, however, that are closer and more binding than others. In fact, during one's lifetime, it is rare indeed for a person to have more than just a few really, really close friends, usually no more than 4 or 5. No man's friendship is to be despised, and yet there are those people with whom we develop a special bond that rise above the common ideas of friendship and reaches the realm of kinship, a kinship of mind as well as spirit. I hope your wife or your husband is just such a special person to you, and yet I am not speaking just of them at the moment. Consider this. A friend is one who will help you in your hour of sickness, who will speak out in your defense when others speak ill of you, who will believe in your innocence until you admit your guilt or are caught in the act, who will lend you $1 without charging interest, or better yet, who will share his dollar with you as long as it lasts, who will always shake your hand wherever he meets you even though others are shunning you, who can sit with you without talking and both of you are comfortable with that and understand each other, who will do these things without expecting anything in return. What kind of a friend are you? This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you asked? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
That's right. When you have the party at Ralphie's, you're having a party. It is indeed a fun party indeed. We're talking about Ralphie's Fun Center. 73 degrees. Let me get the music bed up here so we can make sure that you know that it's time to talk about birthdays today. Here we go. Today we got Matthew Bunnell having a birthday. It's the birthday of Steve Wilkinson. Steve is 63 today. Alan Harper. Alan is some of your parishioners at your church called up, thought we needed to sound the 40 gong for you. So Alan Harper, happy 40th birthday today. Jared Saltzman is having a birthday. It is Horse Cave Mayor Randall Curry. Jamie Resch celebrates. So does Karen Eaton. Twin brother and sister Freddie Bull and Fran McCracken with birthdays today. Anniversaries, it's Mike and Kim Fogel, and it's Josh and Julie Kate Gross. It's, in fact, the 9th anniversary for the Grosses today. Congratulations. And don't forget, today we're patting on the back by special request, Horse Cave Mayor Randall Curry. He's good as gold. He's a mighty fine fella, and he makes a difference there in Horse Cave, and some folks really wanted to pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold. You can do the same from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Do you use a debit card? Do you get paid by direct deposit or have a monthly bill set up for auto payment? Do you like the convenience of online banking and the efficiency of e-statements? If so, Citizens First Platinum Plus checking account is for you. Stop by Citizens First today to open your Platinum Plus account and start earning real interest on your money.
Qualifications must be met each statement cycle to earn premium interest rates. Required minimum opening deposit of $100. Interest earned, compounded, and paid monthly. Interest rate is subject to change. Must be a Kentucky or Tennessee resident. One account per Social Security number. Member FDIC.
The Empty Nest Inside Pharmacy Express is getting geared up for the next season. Stop by the Empty Nest and stock up on lots of summer merchandise like clothing, select jewelry, summer beach bags, and towels, all at discounted prices. The summer markdown is going on right now, and even bigger savings are coming. Thursday, July 26th through Saturday, July 28th. Shop the Empty Nest for 20 to 60% off everything in the store. Yes, I said everything. You'll find the Empty Nest is not so empty. Inside Pharmacy Express on the corner of the Bypass and Cleveland Avenue in Glasgow.
Hey, Coach Jay Hart, how about we play a little old school trivia?
All right, Stuck Tony, I'm a trivia guy, and old school is just my style.
Who has the freshest salads in town?
Easy, that would be the Old School Cafe.
Right, who has the sweetest donuts?
Again, it has to be the Old School Cafe.
Man, you're on a roll. Speaking of rolls, how about the freshest, biggest, best cinnamon rolls?
No brainer again, Stuck Tony, it's the Old School Cafe. Folks, if you want the freshest salads, the sweetest donuts, and the biggest and best cinnamon rolls this side of anywhere, then make it the Old School Cafe.
The Old School Cafe is operated by Metcalfe County High School students. Is located in the old Metcalfe County High School cafeteria on West Stockton Street in Edmonton. And hey, there's nothing trivial about that.
The Old School Cafe is open for breakfast 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 on Saturdays, open for lunch 11 to 1 Monday through Friday.
Come visit us at the Old School Cafe.
The Church and Community Calendar on WCLU for Wednesday, August 15th. The American Red Cross urges individuals to give blood and platelets now to help end an emergency blood shortage that began last month. There are 2 opportunities to give in the immediate area. Today from 1 until 6, you may donate blood at the T.J. Sampson Health Pavilion, and on August 30th at Zaxby's on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow from 2 until 7 o'clock. 2 forms of identification are required at check-in. Little Blue Springs Baptist Church will have a food wagon on Saturday from 10 until 3 at the Horse Cave IGA. Menu will be pulled pork, sloppy joes, hot dogs, baked beans, potato chips, cookies, and drink. Raffle tickets will be sold on a grill. They are 1 for $5 or 5 for $20. Proceeds will go to the youth department. For more information or to buy a raffle ticket, you may call Jerry Wood at 270-576-1669. The drawing will be held on September 9th. The regular monthly singing at Shiloh General Baptist Church will be on Sunday at 6 o'clock. The guest singers will be the Commonwealth Quartet from Gallatin, Tennessee. The church is located on Highway 1297 at Relton. You may find it with GPS at 12050 Old Bowling Green Road in Smiths Grove, Kentucky. Glasgow Faith Church will have revival services beginning on Monday at 7 o'clock nightly. Brother Harold Summers from Columbus, Indiana will be preaching. The pastor is Roger Pointer, and the church is located at 3050 Old Bowling Green Road, Highway 1297. The Sneed family will sing on Friday, August 24th at 7 o'clock at River Park Center in Owensboro. They'll also sing on August 25th at 7 o'clock at the Capitol Arts Center in Bowling Green. If you have a church community event coming up, we would like to know at 270-651-9149 or 1-800-956-1023. Log on to the website, WCLUradio.com. With today's church and community calendar, I'm Jason Thomas on WCLU, your home for local. The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
The home for Holland Grills in Southern Kentucky is Southern States. For more than 30 years, Holland has been building America's greatest grill. The Holland Grill is easy to use and gives you moist, juicy, tender food each and every time you grill. Southern States carries a great selection of Holland Grills ready to be put into service today. The only grill made which offers a no flare-up guarantee in writing. And listen for details on the summer propane fill-up promotion coming soon to Southern States in Glasgow.
Yes, and we talked about the weather just a moment ago. We got a good chance of some rain shower activity over the next couple of days. We've had 1/100th of an inch of rain thus far, and the radar screen is showing some rain shower activity back to the west. The heaviest has been between Owensboro and Madisonville this morning. Maybe about a half an inch of rain has fallen there, but on again, off again for the next couple of days. We're going to be looking at that.
Our constant coverage in studio radar has not been so constant.
Yeah, no, it's inconsistent actually. Looks like we got a big black cloud
Now,
over the top of it.
It's reloading now. If you want to put it on the screen, Pops, just a
Okay.
second. Okay, now folks can see where that rain is in the western part of the state.
Still where I said it was, in between Madisonville and Owensboro.
Right.
Not real terribly heavy, but it's out there.
Now we can bounce around here and look south of us.
Yeah.
As you can see down there around Chestnut, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's some directly south of us and there's some directly west of us. One would have to think that's going to be here pretty soon, probably around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
On the moist side of things. All right, I got a tidbit news intro to play.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Okay, tidbit news. We look underneath the rocks and the trees for things that might not be a headline, but still could be news.
And we found some good stuff.
Okay.
And there's some pictures associated with this for our Facebook Live viewers and our EPB Channel 6 audience.
Okay.
A car that has been left at the roadside close to an airport has been egged and wrapped in cling film. I'm going to put a picture of that on the screen right now.
Yeah.
This is the latest vehicle to be left at the side of the road near Bristol Airport, and residents have had enough. They
Bristol
left the
what?
note on the car, as you can see. It says, if you can afford a holiday, you can afford parking.
I don't know. Parking is pricey around. Is that Bristol, Connecticut?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. And it's really funny. Actually, no, this is not Connecticut. This is somewhere in Europe.
Okay. All right.
And here's the side view of that right there.
So they've wrapped them up, huh?
Yeah, this is about 2 miles from the airport, and I guess they Uber from there. But locals believe that people are more prepared to walk a couple of miles to the airport than pay for parking.
Well, you know, certain airport parking can be almost prohibitive.
It says here that, according to one citizen, people just abandon their cars down the side lanes, and people go out and do it. He says, I just can't believe that people park like that.
Yeah.
I think the residents have had enough of people doing it now. I'm guessing he's one of those that cling wrapped and egged the car and deflated the tires.
Yeah, and probably did the signs too.
So now this is a common thing, mind you, that's going on. Now here's actually another incident right there. I'll put another picture up right there where they actually painted this red car that says no parking. No parking. Here's another view of that.
Here's the spot where we want you to park. Yeah.
But if you're in Bristol, go ahead and pay for parking, because if you don't, they are going to get your car.
They're not appreciative of you abandoning your vehicle.
That's right. Police say tires located just down the road about a half a mile have been let down by numerous people on numerous cars. One of the cars was targeted. It was actually owned by someone who was visiting friends in the street, though. So they got the wrong guy.
That's right. Yeah, I pulled over and have a conversation. You need to explain yourself.
So, again, actually, if you're flying out of Nashville, it's actually a really good rate. If you got like an early morning flight, you can just stay at one of those hotels around Nashville.
Mhm.
They've got a shuttle, and you can park at the hotel, and then you can Uber back to the hotel when you get back from your trip.
Yeah.
is one way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so that's tidbit story number 1. Tidbit story number 2 here. This is the headline. A girl, age 4, grabs dad's phone and throws it into the sea because he spends too much time on it.
I see that one coming. I see that one coming.
You see that picture right there?
Yes.
There she is getting ready to throw it.
Uh-huh.
All right. And here she is after she's thrown it.
Yeah, my goodness.
So get this out. This is the daughter of a Russian rapper. All right. I didn't even know that they had rappers in Russia, but they do. And this guy's 34. He was speaking on his phone on his yacht, so apparently a successful rapper.
Yeah, that's right. He has a story to tell.
That's his daughter Elisa trying to get his attention. She then takes the phone out of his hand, turns around, throws it into the water. Now, some have described her as being a spoiled brat for doing this.
I say good for her.
You're like many others who say that the dad should pay more attention to his daughter, and a third group of people believe that this video was staged, and it's not the daughter who's the attention seeker, but actually the Russian rapper.
Yeah, what's the rapper's name?
Timati.
Yeah,
so he jumped into the water, tried to retrieve it, and the whole scene just happened to be caught on camera. Timati has now shared the footage on Instagram, leading to a split opinion about what happened. Some viewers blame the little girl's parents for not bringing her up to be more respectful, while others thought the clip had been staged. And then, of course, people like you who says, "Way to go!" But I think I'll check this story out, Dad, and you take it into the context that this is a Russian rapper.
Okay.
And
I don't know much about Russian rappers.
Well, if the guy was actually doing this for attention, I don't know why he would do it for attention. I don't know what kind of PR stunt that would be. Exactly. But I could just imagine the Russian version of "The cat said the cradle and the silver spoon."
Yeah.
Something like that. Timati. Check him out. Check him out on iTunes.
That's right.
But don't spend too much time checking him out, or your child will throw your phone.
Have a rap against you.
That's right. And that's what I have in the way of tidbit news. Speaking of children, little Hank today is starting Montessori school. He's got his orientation today, so I'm going to sign off here for WCLU, and of course we'll have the local news coming up at 8 o'clock. But until then, of course, Dad, Wednesdays we like to do Women's Wednesdays. We like to play songs from female artists. So if you got a few picked out, we can do that, all right?
Yeah, and I was going to play Aretha Franklin. You know, we've headlined the news with Aretha Franklin being gravely ill.
And I hate to hear that.
In Detroit, and we haven't had an update in an hour or so maybe we can hear about that, and then we'll play a little Aretha here just in a second, all right?
All right, and I want to say goodbye to all the folks on Facebook as we end this, because we can't play copyrighted music on Facebook, but I know cousin Rihanna Pointer was watching today.
Yeah.
She actually got the trivia question right before anybody did on the phone.
Oh, really?
She says history and political science was her favorite class in high school. Dana Candle Lady De Torre says good morning.
I know Dana.
And Mike Richardson, Gary Taylor, Spencer Benedict, and a whole lot of other folks were tuning in. Just don't want to leave anybody out, but we do appreciate the folks tuning in there on Facebook Live. It is a good way to connect.
They are nice folks, too.
All right, I'm heading to the Montessori Academy.
Okay, well, have a good day. Let's have a little respect for Aretha.